Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your December reading, and let's start off with the theme for the month. Okay, theme for Sagittarius. And I already pre-shuffled, so we have the Two of Swords in reverse for your theme. I feel like you're getting clarity on a situation in December. So if November was difficult for you because you felt like you couldn't make a decision, or you had doubts about what particular path to take, it all becomes clear to you in December. So it's like you're wrapping up the month and the year on a good note. But let's see what else comes out for you. But that's the theme, Two of Swords in reverse. So we'll come back to that. And let's just get the rest of the spread. Okay, so you have the Magician card here. It's in your obstacles though. So you could feel like what could set you back is that you want to be in control of everything. So being very controlling when it comes to what you want to achieve for December. We got the Death card. We got the Five of Swords in reverse. And in the bottom here, we have the Ten of Pentacles upright. And that's all for your past energy. So yeah, what was holding you back was the Death card in reverse. So you didn't want to close a door on something or someone. You felt you weren't ready yet. You weren't ready to, I feel like, communicate with someone else. Like you didn't want to say the words that this is over, that this situation is done. This could also be like quiet quitting. Like you're not giving your work your all, but you haven't really said, I resign, I'm putting in my 2 weeks. So it's kept you in limbo, doing that. And we'll take a look at the rest, but let's get the rest of the spread up here. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay. Let's see. Seven of Pentacles reverse. You got a lot of reversals, Sagittarius, so we'll get into it, but it looks like the only upright card you have is the one that's in the challenge position, and that's the Magician card. So it looks like this is the center of the read here, but it looks like it's all coming back to this, the Magician. If this is you, something about your behaviors or the way you're going about something is holding you back. If this is someone outside of you, this is someone who's trying to play God or play like a puppeteer. They're being very manipulative in your life. So someone might feel like they got you, like they have their grips on you. And like I said, that you're their puppet and they can make you do what they want because you're powerless in some way. This could be a landlord. It doesn't have to be romantic, but this could be like an ex or a current person you're in a relationship with. It could be a boss. This could be a family member. It's just someone that feels like they have the upper hand. They have all the power. And they're going to stand in your way if you want to make any sort of changes with the Death card. So it feels like, why is the Death card here in reverse? Before I say anything, let me just get another card for it. Why is the Death card here? Okay, you got the Six of Wands again in another reversal. Sag, I feel like you're having a hard time. Like you're having a hard time making progress. This could be with work, but it could be financially. I don't think so though, because there's not a whole lot of Pentacle cards here. There's the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, actually, I misspoke. The Ten of Pentacles is here upright, so this is actually great. This is in your environment position, so there's some sort of safety net here. There's someone looking out for you, someone who is in a position to kind of have your back. If you need to borrow money, or if you need a place to stay, or if you need someone to talk to, someone's got you. And the Ten of Pentacles is usually family, but this could be like chosen family. This could be your group of friends. This could be some of your co-workers. There's some sort of safety net around you while you go through this sort of limbo position that you're in right now for December. With the sex, okay, I didn't mean to say that. Freudian slip. Okay, so I'm just gonna go with that. If this has, I don't know if this has to do with sex or not. This could apply to somebody. There might be some difficulty in the bedroom. Not able to perform in some way, or you're having a hard time with your sex life. It could be the people you're choosing, or you don't feel like you have options, or you're not being noticed. But something could be affecting your sex life. So we'll move on from that. But with the six of Wands in reverse, I was going to say you could have recently lost your job. So that's why it's important the Ten of Pentacles is here, because there's someone that's going to be able to bail you out or help cover expenses. So that could be what's going on with you. It's like there was a loss of some sort of job or prospective job. Like you lost out maybe to someone else. Six of Wands could also be about self-esteem. So you're just maybe not feeling like yourself, Sagittarius, like you're up under it right now in December. So with the Five of Swords in reverse, it's like that has to do with conflict. It has to do with competition. Someone else got this, but I don't. It was a different card, but sort of the same message. It's like you don't feel, it was Aquarius, I think. You don't feel up to a fight. You don't want to fight anymore, but also it's not because you're tired of fighting. It's just that you don't feel like you measure up in some way. If you're in a competition with somebody else, you feel like they're already winning, like you can't keep up with them. And that's the belief you have about yourself. So that may not be reality, but that's just something that you're going through. And if you had any sort of loss recently, that's kind of snowballing. It's having a snowball effect on you and making you feel even more like you can't compete. Maybe you don't feel as accomplished as someone else, or that you can't catch a break, that sort of thing. And that definitely plays out here with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Like you can't catch a break, you can't catch a break, you can't keep up. You don't feel in control. I'm gonna have to pull cards for the Magician, because if it's not you in control, like who is it? It talks about some sort of loss, some sort of setback. So it could be work, but it could be something else going on there. Five of Cups in reverse. Whatever it is, it may not be in the recent past. It might have been something like over 6 months ago, maybe even a year or more. It's like you're lingering too long in feeling that loss. Like you're thinking about it too much, or you're still feeling emotional about it. And like it's time to get over it. You got 2 fives, 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups in reverse. I don't know if this is about a divorce, maybe. Like some of you could have recently finished or had a divorce settlement. And it's like you're still recovering from that. Maybe financially, but in other ways. You're forced to be on your own and to take a different perspective about how you see yourself. Like you might take it very... I'm sure there are some people that try to avoid divorce completely because it's like they don't want the stigma of that I'm a divorcee, that I failed at marriage, that sort of thing. So that's something you could be, especially if you're the type of person who maybe put your relationship on display, like on social media, or you were just always that couple. You're always out and about. Everyone always saw you together. And on the outside, it looked like a very happy relationship. But as it turns out, things took a turn. And now it's over. So it's like you want to maybe keep up the front. You want to keep up appearances. And you're worried about people noticing, oh, you don't go out with this person as much. You don't post this person as much. What's going on there? So you don't want people to know that something is over. You want to keep it very private. And maybe this Magician could be the other person if this is romantic. They got into another relationship right away. They are telling all of their friends, oh, we broke up, that sort of thing. Like they're in control. They have the upper hand. And so it's like you can't keep up with the other person in some way. That's just one possibility. But let's take a look at the rest of the cards. We have the Two of Wands here in reverse. Just feeling very stuck, like you don't have options. And you don't really... It's hard to make plans. It's hard to move on. You got the Knight of Swords in reverse. I feel like this is avoiding something. You're like avoiding a resolution to a problem. This could be legal. So let's say you get a summons, or there's an outstanding something, a ticket, something going on here, and you just dodging that. Like you're dodging it. Bobbing and weaving, like you don't want to have any part of it, but I don't know if that's going to help you in the long run. Like you have to kind of face the music, face whatever it is that, whatever news this is coming from with the Knight here. You could be just kind of falling off a little bit, like you're not keeping up with people, and they're kind of wondering where you're at, what you're up to. Like people are trying to check in with you. Could be family. Like I feel like someone, a group of people want you to know, you know, you are supported there's people looking out for you, like I said, and it's like maybe you're avoiding their messages, you're not getting back to them, and they feel like you've kind of fallen off the face of the earth. Like, where is Sagittarius? They can't find you. You got the Six of Wands and the Knight of Swords in reverse. You could also be avoiding arguments. Okay. So you could be canceling plans too. The Two of Wands here, it's like maybe you're canceling vacation plans, or you're canceling, it's the holiday season, so maybe you're canceling going out to see your family. You're not traveling right now. I don't think it's necessarily money. It could be, but it's just like you've decided really to fall off. Like you're just not around. This whole section here is the future energy, ending with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. We'll get a card for that. But with the Nine of Swords here in reverse, you could be having trouble with your sleep, but I feel like there's a lot of avoidance. You got the Eight of Swords in reverse. That's communication, and that's also reversed. There's a lot of avoidance. Like there's people that want to speak to you, and I feel like it's to resolve something. And you really just don't want to do that with Death in reverse. You're holding on. Why? Just why? Why is that? We got Three of Cups. I feel like it's keeping up with appearances. You really don't want your friends and family, your followers on social media to know things have changed for you. You want to give off this idea that things are still going very well for you. And maybe in some areas they are. Like it doesn't look like whatever this is, like your whole life is ruined. That's not it. It's just that something failed and you don't want other people to know. You don't want them in your business, and you don't want to be seen a certain way, like a failure. So maybe you don't want to lose friends. You don't want to lose the people that's close to you. This all really goes back to like a self-esteem thing, I feel like, in some way. Oh, that's my heater. Let's get a card for the Magician. I'm going to wrap up the general reading here soon. I did want to make an announcement. I'm making the announcement in all of the sign readings that I will be offering live personal readings very soon. There won't be any specific dates or times, so there won't be a specific schedule. But if you wanted a reading from me, I will be coming on live during different points. And it will be $5 per reading, and that would be to Cash App or Venmo. And the way it works, you would post your question and you would post your initials and then your sun sign. And if you're asking about someone else, like let's say in a romantic situation, then you would also give me their initials and their sun sign if you know it. So that will be coming soon. I'll be starting that up, and it will be ongoing. So it's not a one and done thing. Like, I'll be coming on at different times, just doing live readings. So the only way to really catch me is that if you are subscribed and if you have notifications on, because I'm not going to have a schedule. It would be difficult for me. But that's that. I am going to start putting that information underneath the video so people can see that ahead of time and just know how it goes. So that's all in the works. And let's pull cards for the Magician here. I'm also at the end of this reading, I'm going to do health, career, and love. Very quick spreads. Just like last month. So let's see for the Magician. Who is the Magician here in this case? Who is the Magician? I saw the star cards. Let's see. Oof. Empress reverse. Why is she in reverse? 8 of Swords. Also in reverse. Man, this is looking like a divorce or a breakup. This is looking like someone who was the main character in your life at some point, and they have either stopped thinking about you, or you hopefully are on the brink of ending it with them, if this is something that's been over for some time, like a relationship that ended, a marriage that ended, but they're no longer your Empress. So I'm not sure. Is this Sagittarius? Is the Magician Sagittarius? Let's see. It's you. The star came out. The star came out. I saw it when I was shuffling and now it came out. So the star is here. This is you. This is actually, it takes things in a different direction, because the star is a very positive card. Very positive. So I feel like the star talks about moving on and healing from something. Man, you could have lost someone. You could have lost a loved one with the Empress here. That can represent the mother. So you could be in mourning. 5 of Cups. That could be part of it. You're mourning a loss. It's taking time to get over it. Whatever the loss is, 6 of Wands. It could be a person. It could be a job. It could be something you lost out on. It didn't work out. But I feel like you're moving in a positive direction. So you're the Magician and you're the star. It's almost like you don't know that, though. Because the Empress is here in reverse. If all of these major arcanas are meant to represent you, you're doing better than you realize. And maybe it doesn't really reflect right now in your everyday life, in your surroundings, but spiritually, you're doing very well. Which could be hard for you. It's like you're spiritually, you're making a lot of progress, but your environment, your living situation, something about your life doesn't reflect that. The outer doesn't reflect the inner, but you're doing great. some of you, there might be a shift in your way of thinking. I want to say like a vow of poverty or something like that. Maybe you've decided like a significant change in your belief about what's important in life, and you're letting go of material things. So you could have quit your job. Six of Wands in reverse could mean you're quitting your job. Like something significant is changing. Maybe your religious beliefs, your thoughts about the world around us, like major changes. And it's like you have to drop everything. That could be why you're not returning phone calls, why you're not connecting with people the same way you were before. It's like there's something shifted. And no one knows besides you that things have changed. Like internally you feel like a different person, but no one knows yet. So it could be something you're keeping secret, or you're just waiting to drop that news, or you don't really, that's not the focus right now, other people. It's what's going on with you. I don't know, someone might be going vegan. Someone could be, like I said, that whole vow of poverty thing. But maybe a vow of celibacy. It's just you're going to lead your life going forward, 2025 and beyond, differently. Yeah, Three of Pentacles. There's definitely a lot here about quitting a job or losing a job. Or maybe that was the moment when you decided, I'm going to make a change, a drastic change. Like you didn't get a job offer or someone fired you. And that kind of opened doors for you. The Seven of Pentacles, that's the last one we'll take a look at. I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like you're dropping everything. Like you're saying, that's it, I'm done. Like, I'm clocking out and I'm done forever. Like, see ya. You could be going on the road or making plans to take some sort of hiatus. Why is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse the outcome? Possible outcome. Why is that here? We got the Moon card. Yeah, it is. There's a lot of positive things going on here, but it's a very scary moment because you're just not sure where you're going in life. You might feel just very kind of tossed up in the air, maybe feeling not so grounded because, but that's not true. We got the Star here. So I feel like with the Moon, it's like you don't know what to expect. You don't know what's coming up for you. And for some of you, that could be, you know, frightening. But there's something you invested in and worked on. And I feel like you're either actively throwing it away or it's like you're forced to drop it. and it's something you've been working on for some time. Could be school. You could be deciding to drop out from school, and so you don't know what's going to come next. You got a few cards of that. The Moon and the Two of Wands here. Eight of Swords in reverse. You just don't know what direction you're going to go towards. So let's see what the advice is. Man, it could be a major shift. You got Empress, Magician, Death, Star, the Moon. I feel like some of you, the Moon is about illusion sometimes. It's almost like you were living a lie, but maybe not a lie that you created. This could be something generational, like you were told certain things during your childhood, and so certain beliefs were instilled in you from a very young age. And it's almost like you just kind of woke up and had some sort of epiphany moment where it's just like, this is all bullshit, this is a lie. And so you don't know what to believe now. So you could be turning away from religion and having new spiritual beliefs. It could be many different things, just depending on your situation. What's the advice? What is the advice? Or there's a shift. Maybe, you might still believe in a higher power, but instead of like believing in Christianity, you make a move to being a Buddhist or something like that. What's the advice for Sagittarius for December? Advice for Sagittarius. You got the King of Wands in reverse. King of Wands in reverse. It's like you have to fall back in some way. If you're someone that enjoys control, and there's a lot of cards indicating that too. Got the Magician, the Eight of Swords, and now the King of Wands. So if you enjoy being in control, remember this was in the challenge position. It's a great card, the Magician, but it's in the challenge area. So you have to loosen your grip in some way, and that's going to be hard with the Moon here. It's not saying take the back seat and let someone else have control. It's saying maybe not every single detail can be planned out of your day. You have to allow room for I want to say play, for growth, for something else to happen in your life that you're not in charge of it. It's being less of a perfectionist. What else with the King of Wands? Five of Wands. I feel like you're used to, this is fire energy. This is yours, King of Wands. You're used to being maybe in the spotlight, maybe, like I said, being perceived in a certain way. You didn't want friends and family to know that these changes are happening. very controlling of your image. Like, you don't want to go out in house clothes. You don't want to be seen with house slippers on. If you're going to the store somewhere, like, you always have to be presentable and present in a certain way. That could apply to some of you. And it's like, at some point, you have to stop caring about all of that. To some degree, only if, like, show out and do your thing, of course, but only if it's setting you back. Only if you feel like it's a burden. If there's something that's a burden to you about keeping up appearances or coming across a certain way, like you're always in control, you're always, I feel like a lot of it is about fashion, like being fashionable, but like maybe on social media, you portray a certain lifestyle. And if that's becoming a burden to you, you have to let that go. Very competitive. This is for someone that's very competitive. And that's great if that's what drives you and that's what helps you get through life and be successful. It's just for those that it's